Let's go to the flip here.
I think this is a fun one. This is almost as absurd.
No, it is. So shareholders approved an unprecedented plan, potentially worth up to $1 trillion over 10 years, tied to performance milestones. You got market cap, units. I almost said Unix, robotaxi and robots, and retention. And guess what? It got approved, which again I'm seeing on the Twitterverse. So we're gonna flip the coin here on, is this fair? Is this good? Or is this bad? Let's flip the coin here.
So you're
All
the
right,
you're the for the pay pack. You were the for the
I
pay
am
pack.
for, yeah. So, bottom line, none of this gets paid without delivering on all the milestones: capex, market share, robots, everything, and robotaxi. Right. So, we debated his pay package up to this point, which, by the way, was never approved. A court in Delaware nixed it. And he didn't get all that money for doing obscene valuations here. But it's really that's the first thing. He doesn't get this if he doesn't actually do all the moonshots. Very fair. And I think it's a good package too. It keeps Musk's focus on Tesla across all the different companies like SpaceX, XAI, Neuralink, and X. A lot of people refer to those as distraction. So, and if you look at you know the $56 billion plan that he hit on, it aligned incentives and coincided with amazing stock price. So this is kind of the sequel to that. I think the pivot, like you look at how difficult this is, the pivot to robotics here is absolutely huge, and that's not only for the bipeds but also for robo taxi. And I think the shareholders chose. I mean, 75% approval said that they, for the most part, agreed. There were some major shareholders that disagreed, but I think that in itself, I mean, we are a democracy. It's pay for performance. I see absolutely no reason why this would be anything but a thumbs up. Daniel, try to argue against this thing. Good luck.
I think that paying any person $1 trillion is just absolutely an absurdity. Um, the pay package itself, Pat, you can have $1 trillion pay package too if you take more insights from, your size and you make it, 10,000 times larger, then you can have that as well. This is a gimmick. It doesn't even matter if he ever gets paid or not. It's such an unreasonable, unlikely, and improbable thing that, making a package like this is great for headlines. It's great for creating retail sentiment with investors, maybe gets you a little near term share price gain, but there's nothing in it that he's going to be able to accomplish. So, China takes the robots, EVs, nobody even wants them anyways. Once the tax credit went away, the unit volumes has sunk. There's other companies doing energy. There's other companies doing robots. There's other companies. So, bottom line is that, $1 trillion pay package as a PR stunt is a lot of fun. But the bottom line is that in your lifetime and in my lifetime, they're not getting anywhere close to these numbers anyway. So I'm also going to announce $1 trillion pay package for myself as CEO of Futrim on Monday. And I'm going to outline the absurd and unrealistic things I'm going to have to do. And then maybe I can get a bunch of people to, like my tweet. So that's all it is. This is a PR stunt. This is silliness. These numbers aren't even real. And anybody can make a nice pay package for themselves when they're willing to be completely unrealistic about what the business is capable of doing. So good luck. This is just a mockery of executive compensation anyway.
So I think that they should give you $1 trillion package.
I think if I hit certain numbers, if I grow the business, by 10,000 times, I mean, maybe 100,000 times. But I mean, look, I'm actually like yeah, sure, why not? Fine, give it to him. Like if he can hit these numbers, pay the guy. Like, pardon my language. This guy, because I did this an assessment last night. I'm like, he's going to take a $1.5 trillion company and make it worth more than Apple and Nvidia combined. If he does that, like, pay the man. Like, I don't know, he's worth 400 billion now. What's the difference of it, like another 600 billion of net worth at that point? Like, sure. I mean, if he, does that and he's willing to basically say, like, I'm going to hold myself to that, yeah, great, pay him. I'm all for it, man. I mean, live the dream. I do think it is insane times now. Like, a billion is nothing. Like a trillion, Pat, 1,000 billion. Jesus.
Yeah, I need a pay package. Need me a pay package like that.
Good gosh. Good gosh. I mean, like I said, but if he does that, because it would be bigger, by the way, he would have to add Meta, Amazon, and Google in market cap. He needs to take it from where he is and add a Meta, an Amazon, and a Google in market cap.
Crazy.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if he does that, pay the guy. Like, heck, if you and I did that much, I think we'd both want to be paid well. I don't know. I have no issue with it, but I do think it's a bit of a PR thing. Like, because I would guess that if Satya or if Jensen grows because essentially this would be if like Jensen grows Nvidia to 20 plus trillion market cap, how much would he make? Because it's like the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of one of those things that's like all the guy's basically saying is, I'm a moonshot. I can do something massive. And if I do, I want to be paid extremely well if I accomplish this. But
seems fair to me.
Anyway, I don't know. This Sunday, I don't even know if I have enough energy to fight this level of kind of silliness.